Hello, everybody. I'm delighted to have Donna with me, and we are going to be talking about Feng Shui, how to create harmony and health, prosperity, well being for you and your family with the ancient art of Feng Shui. Actually, I don't need my glasses, I can see better without them.
Oh,
I just
yay
want
for you.
a little bit people about who you are. Um,
Yes, I'm Donna Norris, soul level intuitive. I am a psychic medium, of course, and an animal communicator and a crystal geek, and also a lifelong lover of feng shui. So I'm really looking forward to this. I know I'll learn something today. I always learn something when I work with you, Sybil. So I'm very excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, well, you have such amazing energy. You're also a real estate. You were a real estate agent, right?
In a prior life, yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm Sybil Harmony, psychic, intuitive, healer, and medium. And years ago, when I wanted to make my life and my practice work, I studied black tie sect feng shui. And I'm really happy I did because it's helped me tremendously throughout the years of my life. And I have a better understanding of what feng shui is and how to affect positive change in my life through the ancient secret art of feng shui. So I'm really excited to be here um, sharing. And here we have some people coming in. We're going to be taking questions.
Yeah. Sybil, was that during the time when you lived in the Philippines? Is that when you studied, when you were living overseas when you did this, or were you in California?
I no, I did feng shui before that, and but feng
Oh,
shui is used in many different countries of the world, and it's an ancient art, and it used to be only for royalty or monks. So it's used in China, um, Thailand. There's different types of feng shui and variations that have been used for millennia. And like we said, it was considered to be sacred information, not for the common people, only for royalty and people in power or monks or spiritual leaders. Now it's available to all of us. So and here we are. So we're going to learn about the basics here, but know that this is I did I spent time with healers in the Philippines and learned about healing, but and developing my psychic abilities, but I did not learn feng shui there. I learned this from Master Lu in who used to have a over here in the East Bay used to have a center, but this is
I
the
see.
black tie sect. So black tie sect is different from Compass School, which is very involved. You need to study for years. There's a lot of um, geometry, and it's quite involved. This is feng shui made easy for Westerners. Just
Okay,
like
good.
what
Less
he
math.
did, he did this to place and Sean Zenja is who I studied under, and
I see.
he do you but Master Lu developed this. But what you do is you can place the Bagua, which we're going to show you, on your home to give you a basic like a map of like okay, here's what's going on, and we're going to do that. We're going to look at the Bagua. But first, I want to talk a little bit about the history.
Cool.
Okay, so the history, I did mention a little bit about other countries and who could understand feng shui, but the ancients understood there were five things that you could use to change your life or improve your life. And those five things are helpful acts towards others, like doing the right thing when nobody's looking, or maybe people are looking, but doing the right thing. So helpful acts towards others, your education, your training, your knowledge, your wisdom. Okay. Astrology and numerology.
Oh,
Then your karmic lessons. What did you agree to come in and work on? What are the lessons what are the things that you're here to teach and learn, and who do you have karma with, and how are you growing and developing as a soul, which is the work I do in my personal practice, and Feng Shui. So Feng Shui is something you can fairly easily do something about. I live in an area when I walk around and I see people building houses, or even when you're moving, because I looked for a house that was supported by the land, and I see these people with their house perched on a hill going down in the back. I'm like, oh my God, you need a solution. And anyway, you can see somebody who's living in terrible feng shui, and then they seem to be doing okay. And I was like, what is going on with that? Well, they're doing okay, not great, but they're doing okay. How is that? Because they have the other 4 things in their life that are going for them. So you could have terrible feng shui and still have other things going for you. But let's fix the feng shui, right?
right. Right.
Okay.
So let's do it.
And Donna, you're going to be talking about crystals that we can place in the Bagua, right? So do you want to talk a
Yes.
little bit about that before we get started?
Well, I'll just be adding in when we get to the part about the Bagua. I would love to talk about in each of the 9 compartments in different places within the home. There are places where you can put certain crystals to enhance the feng shui or to correct for maybe if the feng shui is off by a little bit, you can correct for it.
Okay.
So we'll get to it.
Is that a doggy I hear?
Yes, there's someone walking into the garden.
Okay, so you're an animal communicator and you have dogs.
Yeah, you've got a Polo and I've got this little 4-pound Cujo looking thing named Bogey.
Okay. All right, cute. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, and we're also really excited to announce that we're going to be teaching a class. And people who are subscribed to Donna's channel and my channel will have first crack at the class, because there's a lot of information. There's no way I can put this out we can put this out in 1 hour.
Right.
Yeah, people are saying thank you and hello everybody. Nancy, Donna, Cindy, Juanita, Amanda, Miss Annie, Christina. Oh, hi, Christina. Hi. Yay. Okay, good to see you there. Okay, so yeah, this is excellent. If you're thinking about moving or buying a house, you really need to check out the feng shui. And we did that with Christina and Kathy. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so we're going to be doing a class probably in January. We're thinking middle of January. But you guys will be the first to know if you're subscribed to our channels. You'll be the first, get first dibs on signing up, because there's a lot of information here. But this will be a really fun and cool class, once again, that you can use to support you, because there's some things that I'm like, oh my God, people just need to know this. It just, like my tenant in the back unit here, whenever they set their bed up with the feet going out the door, I'm like, you're about to move unless you change your bed. I don't say it like that, but I'm like, well, I do feng shui, and in the position where your bed is, it's very unlucky. And I did that when my grandson was living here. I'm like, you put your bed like that, you're going to be out of here. Or if the bedroom is forward of the door, they're really out there. But there's a lot of other problems with feet going out the door with a bed. Like, you never want to do that. If you do, you need to place something like above the door ledge or in the door hanging or something to protect you, because it's very unauspicious. It could even lead to accidents or worse. I mean, it's really, you should never do that. And a lot of people just don't know that. So we'll talk about a lot of different things in the class, but let's get started with the Bagua, shall we? And then we can take some questions.
Okay.
Okay. So
there,
I have a picture of the Bagua here, and I'm going to hold it up for you. And this is the sections. So we divide a house up into sections. The best shape for a house would be square or rectangle, unless you have something that has extra, like an extra room sticking out the back. So, and I'll explain whether it's extra or whether it's a missing area, because when you have uneven shapes, sorry, my camera's getting a little blurry. I'm going to move up here. When you get uneven shapes in a house, you really kind of have to know, like, whether if it's smaller than half, it's extra. If it's more than half, then the other missing place is missing. Does that make sense? I'd have to draw it. I'll draw it on a diagram. But let's look at the Bagua. So here's the Bagua. Let me go back a bit and see if people see that. If you're taking the class, I can text. We'll probably be able to email you or text you pictures of the Bagua. But right here, you can look at it. And Donna's going to show you another picture, because there's a lot here to look at. But her picture will be a little bit easier to understand. But what I'd like you to focus on here now is this area here is the front door right here, the career area, okay?
Okay.
So can you show us your Bagua?
Certainly. So this is mine. It's looks like the Hollywood Squares or the Brady Bunch. And in mine, the career is the black box in the lower center.
Right.
And that should generally align with the front door of your home.
Okay, that is correct. And so if you could take a screenshot, if people want to take a screenshot, or I don't know how else you can have that, but I'm going to show you something here on a little diagram that I've made. But so they orientate to the same, where the front door is, that's how you orientate your Bagua. And what I want to show you here is, here's the diagram I drew of the Bagua. This is the same as with my handy artwork here. The
Black and white, big letters, really easy to read. Got it.
With the career being right here, okay? I mean, the career and the front door being right here. Okay, so if your front door is over in friends, travel, and helpful people, you still orientate the front of the house like this. If it's over in knowledge, education, and wisdom, you still that means you're coming in through knowledge, wisdom, and your education. If your door is more over to the left, it's in the middle, it's in career. If it's over to the right, your front door is in travel, friends, mentors, and helpful people. Okay? So there's no wrong way to have a door. It's just that may give you, like, okay, so where is my front door? If your front door is in the middle, you're coming in career. And so everything that's in career, which is the element of water, the color black. So the element of water is, I'm going to draw the line here because I erased it because I thought I was going to draw more artwork on it. So if you're coming in with career, the element of water, when you walk in the front door in your career area, that's activated. If your front door is more on the knowledge and wisdom, education, then your life's going to be in that house more orientated towards school, training. You might have children or people in the house who are, depending on how long you've been there, who are, continuous perpetual students, always learning something, which is fine. But wherever you walk in, the first thing you look at when you come in the front door, it sets the energy for the house. So if your front door is over in travel, helpful people, friends, and groups, then you'll be more orientated, like we always have friends over, I'm in a lot of groups, if that area is activated. Now, I had a front door that came in to the Friends and Helpful People groups, and I did go to a lot of groups when I lived there. I was involved in lots of groups. But when
Right.
you walked in the front door, the first thing I saw was the refrigerator. And for somebody like me who loves food, that was not the best situation. So I was always hungry. And so whatever you see when you first walk in the front door sets the energy for the house. Because what are the most important parts of the house? The front door, the bedroom, and the stove. Okay? Because the stove nourishes you, that's how you eat. The bedroom is your rest, your peace, you need your sleep, and then the front door is probably the most important of all of those, because life experiences, energy, good things come in through the front door, or they're blocked from the front door.
Right.
So I've seen people have set all their bills, they come in the front door, they put all their bills there on a table, and then maybe they forgot to clean or whatever, so they put the cleaning supplies there for the cleaning gal, or they're going to clean on Wednesday. So you got the mop and the bills, and you walk in and you're just like, ah, so let's not do that. Let's have something when you walk in to your front door, that is something that sets the energy for the house. Like if you want more friends, groups, mentors, put statues of mentors, of deities, put groups of crystals. There's a crystal thing. Put put groups of things, and or a picture of you, taking a cruise or going on vacation or something. Okay. So if you want your family going on vacations with you, put picture of the family on vacation up there. So when you walk in, you're looking at something nice. I mean, I've done feng shui consultations for people, and I walked into the house, walked into the living room, and the lady's like, I'm depressed. We're getting a divorce. It's horrible. And I walk right in. The front door has bills and boxes or something. I'm like, is someone moving? Well, I haven't completely moved in yet, so I have all the boxes out there. And then I walked right into the living room in her family area, which is over on the left middle in the Bagua. And there's a giant picture of a dead tree with a graveyard in it. I'm like, oh, what? It was black and red. And she's like, I'm depressed. I'm like, okay. Now, luckily, it wasn't for some reason, it wasn't in her marriage area, but we'll talk about marriage. But so we also want to, and we'll look at this more when we do crystals and in the class, like we want to look at what is the history of the house. So remind me if people have questions about, like what happened there. Was there a divorce? Now that I bring up divorce, was there an illness? Did somebody die there? Was there a foreclosure? So those are things that can be cleared with crystals. But let's go back to the Bagua, and then I'll have you talk about the crystals. Is that okay, Donna?
Yeah.
We don't want to get, there's so much, I don't want to get too far off track here. Okay, so when you look at your Bagua, you want to activate the areas in your life that you would like to enhance. And the color and the element there will assist you, like black, career, water, blue and black colors, crystals. Crystals are actually creating of water because of condensation. Crystals are just the energy of water. So we want to bring crystals in that area, perhaps a picture of a boat, a picture of a lake, something like that. And crystals will activate that area. So we talked about helpful people in that area, putting groups of things. Statues of mentors for helpful people, travel. if we're looking at the children's area, which is on the left middle side, we're looking at, that's probably the least powerful of all the sections of the Bagua. And so in there, we want to have the children's things, pictures of the children, things you would like, like children being happy, children being successful in school, things about, maybe put books in there, or a picture of a university, or, things that playful things, happy things for your children's area. Now, one area that this does not show here is the center, which is actually your health. The middle of the house is, and the Bagua, Donna, if you want to hold that up again.
Certainly.
Yours is well-being, center of well-being and earth. Okay, so that color is yellow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in this house, I don't have an open center, but you want to have stuff, not too much things piled up and clutter, so that the energy can move through and be like, I like the center of the house empty, like the center of a room. Each room has a Bagua. So if the center of the room is empty, there's not tables or clutter or stuff in there, that is actually good, because Feng Shui actually does mean wind and water. So you want the elements, but you want the air, the energy to move through. Just like the blood and the oxygen flow through your body for health, your home has a health, and we want the energy flowing through your home.
Yeah.
And if you have boxes or stuff blocking doorways or just stuff cluttered up, you're actually creating a heaviness for yourself and blocking the opportunities that you want to come in, especially if the front door is blocked, like you can't open the door all the way, or there's stuff piled on the front porch, or there's a tree or a flagpole right in front of that front door. That's affecting the energy coming in. Or one thing you were talking about is a staircase, right, Donna?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that can be big trouble to have a staircase right inside.
Have a staircase going out the door, because the energy is flying down there. And so we'll talk more about that with crystals when we get to crystals. Let's remember to do that. So I just want to kind of go through the Bagua a little bit, and then we'll let you do that and take questions. So the marriage area is actually marriage. It's in the far right corner from the door. It is the element of earth, or deep earth. It is also, legal matters and your relationships with women. It's the feminine area. So there you would want to have, if it's in a bedroom, you wouldn't want to have, thanks for showing that. Thing like big crystals or plants, that you might want to have more grounding crystals, because a big crystal there could like overactivate and keep you up or something. But so that is a place that, like, if you're married and there's the possibility of issues happening, you wouldn't want to have a bed with a mirror showing the bed, because that puts more people in the bed than two. So if you are single and you want a exciting life, put a mirror in there. If it doesn't keep you up, mirrors are portals. They make extra space, but they also put more people there, because so a mirror might be good up in the helpful people area or back in the male money area, but you wouldn't want a mirror in your bedroom. Or, I mean, you could put a mirror in the marriage area and make more marriage, because a mirror on a wall gives the appearance of a space. It opens a vortex and it gives the appearance of more of it. Okay. So back with the fame, directly behind fame and reputation, directly behind the career area is your fame and reputation. That's the energy is red, fire.
Fire.
The color red is good. Red is also good for your front door, even though it's a water area on the career. But red can be lucky in Feng Shui. Red is fiery. So, so that's your
It's also
reputation.
about, yeah, respect and integrity too. Yeah, your
Okay.
reputation.
Okay. So, I have kind of have the laundry room there. So I like make sure not to keep my too much dirty laundry piled up in my fame area. Um, the far left corner is wealth, the male energy. You may have a male side. If you're the breadwinner, you may have a strong male side. So it doesn't have to be a man, but this is the control center. Whoever is in that corner whoever's bedroom is there. That person is in control of the house. Okay. So it's the control center. It's a great place to put like a picture of a mountain or a huge crystal because it's money and deep earth, mountains. You could have a water picture there because water is finances and prosperity. And then over in the family area on the right middle of the Bagua, family, community, and elders, great place for your family pictures. Like if you want your in-laws to get out of your marriage, don't hang their picture in your marriage area, hang it over in the family area. Get everybody out of your business there. And so if you want to create family, having good energy there, and wherever you spend more time in the house, that area is more activated. Like we never go in that room. You see your family much? Not anymore lately. Kind of gone away. Well, you might want to activate that area, put some Christmas lights in there or something. I don't know, family pictures, or go in there, put I don't know, a computer in it. Technology activates too. You can use that. Okay. And then the blue area we talked about, if your front door was over in, I'm sorry, blue, knowledge. This is water, wisdom, education, self-cultivation. So we talked about if the front door is there, I used to spend a lot of time in that room and I was always studying with somebody. I was always learning something. And then I started teaching something. So that I'm not in that area. I'm in the relationship children area right here because I like this room. But so you can activate that by putting books, spending more time there, crystals. So let's have you share something about crystals.
Okay. So, just as an idea, like coming into your home, if you come into the career, if it's in the center, something I think is always good to put, and you'll see this a lot of times when you go into certain ethnic restaurants, you'll see jade. Jade is always good to have by the front door. It invites abundance and prosperity. It's also very good luck. And jade even comes in different colors. Comes so pale that it's white and really going all the way down to really, really dark with black veins. So it's a beautiful, versatile stone. Another one that's good is black tourmaline because it cleanses and protects, and any negativity that tries to come in, it transmutes it and sends it to ground. So, yeah. Any other ideas on that, Sybil? I mean, those are the two main ones. I could go nuts, y'all. I could really have a ton of crystals to talk about, but I'm just trying to stick to a few for that career area. Do you have any other suggestions?
Well, black crystals, any crystal is good there because it's the area of water, and a crystal will activate the area.
Yeah.
So I like having crystals there.
Clear quartz is really awesome because it enhances whatever other crystal you have there. So you can group a clear quartz crystal with the jade and the tourmaline and supercharge it.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
And then moving into the bedroom, you talked about having softer energy, no big crystal installations, nothing that's going to have highly charged energy. So rose quartz is a really good energy to bring into the bedroom that facilitates joy and love, obviously. Amethyst is good to have. It's good for sleep and keeping a calming atmosphere. And then if you want to protect the room, you can put a little bit of black tourmaline in each of the four corners of the room. That's a
Oh,
good idea.
I love that.
So,
I've even put black tourmaline in four corners of the property here.
yes, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I've cut these little bags. I used to have these little, I used to call them mojo bags, but they're not like a Fefe's mojo bag. But I would put black tourmaline, clear quartz, and rose quartz and put it in the four corners and the eaves, up under the eaves of the house outside
oh,
to
right.
protect,
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
because it deflects the negativity and it does it with love, and it invites in all the positive.
Yeah. So, yeah, speaking of that, I like saging, or if you've had a negative, if there's been a history in your house of divorce or illness, or even if you've been arguing, it creates shards of energy that bounce
Hmm.
around, that really maybe you don't see it, but people can feel it, and it does affect your health. So, one of my teachers told me years ago, I'm not a Buddhist, but she was a Buddhist, and she said, there's no arguing in Buddhism. Like, you don't do that.
Yeah.
You can have a discussion about things and learn how to communicate, but anyways, I would say pick your battles. But if you're arguing in a home, then you may want to have crystals in there, right?
Right. Oh, yes.
Or
Something
sage.
to promote. Yeah. Something to promote communication. Amethyst is also good for communication.
Okay.
Amber is a really relaxing stone. You can put amber's good to have in your living room. It helps people feel calm and at ease when they come to visit. Selenite cleanses the space. It's really a good crystal to have in your living room. Again, I always have amethyst in there just because it's a very serene and peaceful feeling stone. I've got a giant one behind me, and it's like having an energy bath in here where I work. So I
I got
really
one there. Yeah.
love this corner.
Yeah.
This is my love and relationship square right here where
Okay.
my office is. So I do.
Now,
I love my job.
I like to sleep with a giant citrine. It doesn't keep me up.
Yeah,
It just,
they're good.
I have it in there, and I just really like it because it clears any negative energy.
It's great for your health too. It's a really good, healthy stone.
Okay. Okay.
Um, I've had it suggested to put in the kitchen, to put citrine in the kitchen
Okay.
for focus and for health. And celestite is also good in the kitchen.
Okay.
It helps get us to the higher realms, but it also sparks creativity and blending spices and, juicing up your recipes and
Okay.
nourishment.
Oh, fun. I like that.
Yeah. And then carnelian's good in the kitchen too. It's all about security and energizing. And so, your food is supposed to give you energy and to nourish you. So carnelian's really good for that. And it's also good for, as a warm stone, it's good for aches and pains and things, sore muscles,
Oh,
arthritis, things like that. So you want those things to nourish you. Excuse me. Then in the bathroom, I have clear quartz. I don't know what you have in your bathroom, but I like clear quartz in my bathroom because it just cleanses and energizes,
uh-huh.
resets all the energy.
Yeah. Well, I like it in the bathroom, but I don't like decorated toilets.
No, no.
So I'm like, don't decorate your toilet, okay? If you want to put a
Oh, dazzle.
potted plant to keep the energy from going down the drain, if you have a toilet in the money area, or just put the lid down. But yeah, in the bathroom, that's fine. Yeah.
It's just good for a reset.
Yeah.
Like in the office, again, I like amethyst all over the place. So maybe I'm biased, but I like amethyst in the office for calm. I like shungite in the office. That's that black stone, for purification of
Okay.
intention. It's a really powerful stone to reinforce your intentions. Citrine is good in here. Obviously, it's an abundance stone and concentration stone, so it's good for focus. And then I have to have black tourmaline next to my electronics in my office because, again, it cleanses the negativity and diffuses some of the stuff that that electronics just naturally put off the energy.
Yeah,
So
that busy energy. Yeah. Oh, okay.
yeah. So, and then just to talk real quickly before I finish up, the kids' rooms, if especially if you have more than one, you want to put things in there that are really grounding for the children and calming for the kids. So hematite is a good stone. It's that one that looks like gunmetal, really pretty shiny silver. Again, celestite, give them a little angelic boost. It's also very soothing and nurturing. And obsidian, as you said, like it absorbs negative energy as well. Obsidian's a good grounding stone,
Yeah.
calming stone. So yeah, to people are writing in the comments. Yeah, they have, like Amanda says, she has black tourmaline just outside the entrance to her home in a tree pot, and also hanging from the rear view mirror in the car.
Okay.
Is that a good idea?
Yeah. But remember, you have to cleanse your crystals every so often. So you want to
Yep.
cleanse them by saging or playing pretty music or putting them out in the sunlight for 4 hours. But amethyst will bleach in the sunlight, so you don't want to do that. But
Yeah.
yeah. Do we have some questions here?
Well, Oxford says all of Oxford KT, all my crystals are still outside from the full moon last night. So she figured she'd leave it till tomorrow.
Okay.
Still the energy of it. Yeah, I do see some questions. So hang on just a second.
All right.
There we go. Do the crystals and other things we put in the home for feng shui change every year?
What do you mean? Do they change? Should you change them, or
Should
do
you
the
change them? Do we need to change them? Is it sort of like, every year there's a new stone that you want to focus on? You know how they in see goes from the year of the dragon, the year of the dog, different things like that. Is there? I don't think it really impacts the crystal energy though.
um? I'm not aware of that so much. Did you want to answer that, or should I?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I don't
Okay.
think it.
I don't
But
either. Now, there are certain crystals, like in my area, people who are into crystals, everybody wanted a certain kind of crystal, and then the price went up and it was in high demand because there are certain crystals in certain energies that people are wanting as a collective. So I've noticed that this is more popular than, or that's more popular. But I don't usually tend to go with what's more popular. Um, I would say to cleanse your crystals, but I don't think I mean, I like the good old standbys. I'm not, if it feels right to you. Now, one thing I've had when a crystal breaks, it's done its job. And
right.
sometimes to cleanse a crystal, if it was around really a lot of negative energy and I got it from somebody or somebody was really sick or passed, like my mother gave me an amethyst, and that's a whole long story I won't get into here. But she gave me a round amethyst ball, and so I buried it in the backyard for a year to cleanse it from whatever was going on with her, because I still wanted to keep her crystal. And something about my property here, it also happened with a big, huge smoky quartz crystal cracked in half when I got a divorce. So I'm like, okay, I got to bury that. So I buried them in
Yeah.
the backyard to cleanse them for a year. And I also buried the obsidian, a basketball sized obsidian my ex gave me. The earth gave me back the obsidian, but the others are gone. They're swallowed in the earth. The earth wanted them, so I'm just like,
Amazing.
to accept that needs to be here grounding the property, or that the earth wanted that, and it's just either it's maybe someday I'll find them, but they seem to have got. So should you change your crystals? Well, a crystal has a spirit in it, and when the spirit gets tired, it's not going to be working as much, and so it needs a cleansing or rest. If you have, if you're living next to a police station, a jail, a hospital, a courthouse, a mortuary, even schools have lots of energy. So if you're living next to something like that, or a place where there's been illness or something like that, you're going to have more spirit activity there, and you're really going to want crystals probably more because you may be affected by that. And so, to me, I have a Native American cemetery, so I spent years grounding the space and putting salt and black tourmaline in the corners of the property, and it feels really nice in here now. But it took me a while to set the
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah, you can also really wear down the battery, so to speak, in a stone if one side of your house has a neighbor that is, let's just say, super negative, low vibration, things going on that side with your neighbor that maybe it just bleeds over and it'll come through the windows on that side of the house. So I always have people set things in those windows to protect, like a black tourmaline, those kinds of things that will ground and protect and transmute the energy, but to rotate them out.
Right.
Don't just leave them there. Bring them over, cleanse them in the moon, wash them, and then put them back.
Yeah. Or if they're in the
Here's a
earth, they're getting cleansed naturally by being in the earth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dirt is great. How big should the crystals be, Sybil? Is
Well,
there a
the
size?
bigger the crystal, the more power it has. But some crystals just have really good energy, like my little lapis here. I mean, this is amazing. I love this. It fits in my hand. I have a lapis necklace I wear. Or not lapis. I'm sorry.
Labradorite?
This is labradorite. Yeah, thank you. And
It's
so I have
magic.
two of these, and they feel right, even though they're smaller. But don't think that you have to have a ginormous crystal for it to do something, because
No.
it's like a spirit connection that you have with even a small crystal. Like I have black tourmalines that are really small-ish to me. That's not huge, but
Hmm.
it's very powerful. So I just have a good relationship with black tourmaline. So don't get too hung up on the size, but if you have a tiny little thing and you think, oh, it's not doing as much as maybe a little one that's a little bit bigger, just have to feel like what feels right for you. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Do you
Yeah.
agree?
You can infuse it with the power of intention and boost it, but every little bit helps. If you can find a bigger one, some stones are just harder to find, but if you can find a bigger one to use and you need it for a powerful ongoing intention, it's better to go ahead and invest and get a little bit bigger one.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen people, I've told them, like, you need to put a crystal in your career area. You're wanting to do better at work. So let's get a crystal in here and really activate this area. And then I go over there
Mhm.
and they're like, I found this. Okay, well, that's going to do something, but you really need something big here, okay? Because you really want to make big changes. A pebble is not going to just probably do what you want it to do.
Yeah. Make a big statement. Use a big stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, here's an interesting question. Cindy Lee wants to know, do you have a crystal for a good outcome in a legal case?
Okay. Um, well, there are, I would look at your legal area. Do you have a good crystal for that, Donna?
I think it would depend on the nature of the case, but I would think malachite would be good. Also, clear quartz would be good. Again, infused with the power of your intention, before you set it down. But yeah,
Yeah. And okay, yeah. So I would, I would pay attention to the deep earth marriage legal area.
yeah,
So you wouldn't want to have a door there or a room that's used as storage or something. You might want to clean up or activate that area somehow. Um,
yeah.
and there is something that you can do. There's an activation you can do. Should I share that?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, if you're having a lawsuit, there's something that you can do, and this is Feng Shui like, but you might want to sage your house because there's a lot of negative energy and stress with lawsuits. You might want to take some salt baths, do some prayer, okay? But what you can do is get a board or a big plate and then get 21 tea candles and then write a prayer, God, angels, Holy Spirit, help me to have victory or the best outcome for all involved in this lawsuit. May I have victory. May we overcome. Thank you. I am very grateful. And so it is. Something like that. So you're writing a prayer. You put the tea candles in a circle, 21 tea candles. You put the prayer in the middle and then light them on a day that 21 days from that day, you will be home all day because you're going to be there sitting there till they all burn out. They're little tea candles. Some may burn out before, so they need to be replaced. Then you light the candles, light the circle of candles, read your prayer, and then blow them all out and do that for 20 days in a row. On the 21st day, light the candles, say the prayer, and then let the candles burn all the way out. And you need to be very careful because you're dealing with fire and we don't want to have an accident. Don't leave the candles unattended. Have them on a safe plate with no kids or pets around. But that is a powerful cure for a lawsuit. I would advise not to go into a lawsuit because it's a lot of times, I'm sorry to say this, but lawyers sometimes will tell you you can win and you end up spending more money than you're actually getting because you want revenge and you think you're going to get the person back. Maybe you've really been wronged and you need to stand up for yourself. So I don't want to infer that, that it's, but I would, for the most part, most of the teachers I've worked with would say, please don't go to court because it's a lot of times, I'm sorry to say this, but it's not worth it. Maybe it is. And so in that case, I would do your candle thing. You also need to work on your mentorship, helpful people area, and put a. Are we getting the sage or the crystals out?
Yeah, I was just going for one I thought of while you were talking. Go ahead.
Okay. You might want to put a nice mentor energy in your helpful people. A picture of the judge winning. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or like helpful people, the right people, because a lot of times a lawsuit depends on who you have as a lawyer. So sorry to say that, but I just, so there's a lot of, that's a huge charge of a question that probably, we can give you some guidance here, but that's, yeah.
Yeah. What I thought of was red jasper. I don't know if you can see that. It looks a little brown in the light here, but it promotes justice and it also helps to alleviate worry. So no matter how it turns out, it'd really be a good pocket stone for you to have to just carry around while you're dealing with this. And I'm sorry you're having to go through whatever it is you're going through.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. I would carry a black tourmaline or a red jasper in my pocket.
Yeah.
To help you so you're not taking on, worrying and the stress of that. Yeah, sorry you're having to go through that.
Exactly. Well, here's an interesting one, Sybil. How do you feng shui an Airstream?
What's an Airstream?
It's an RV. It's a travel trailer, an RV.
Same way you would anything else. Like every room has a Bagua. Stand there at the door and place the Bagua on it. And yeah, you might, I always ask that I be grounded and protected by the angels whenever I'm driving around the road. Yeah. And grounding crystals are good there. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Donna?
Well, I think that the celestite is also really good there, and by the way, this is what it looks like in crystal form, if you can see that. This is kind of a small cluster of them. It's a really pretty stone, and angelite is also a really good stone, light blue. It promotes peace and safety. Always good if you're traveling. So.
Okay. I want to, do we have any more questions? Live plants are, here's one when Freddie Joe Taylor. Let me see if I can put it up.
Okay.
Live plants are also very effective and important for balancing feng shui. Correct. So you want big, healthy plants, or at least a pretty plant, not something that's partially dying or wilting. Then you kind of like, it's kind of done its job. So plants in the career area, plants in the money area. I wouldn't put them in the marriage area, but yeah, plants represent growth, health. They bring oxygen. Succulents help to, I have a bunch of succulents over here right next to my computer. They help to, with the EMFs. Okay. Flowers, do not put a bouquet of flowers in your bedroom or flowering plants if you are married, because flowers represent the feminine and you're the only woman that should be in there. So I was, in my training, we were taught, don't put flowers in, put them in your living room or your friend's area or even in your career area, but don't put them in the bedroom. And
Right.
Plants in the bedroom can also keep some people awake. Some people like it because they produce oxygen at night. So, but I love plants in the house because they bring oxygen, they bring nature in, they have nature spirits with the plants. Every plant, just like a crystal, has a spirit of energy. So they bring life and good energy, good solutions for most areas.
Good, good. Here's another question.
Okay.
Selenite by the front door. Is that a good idea?
What do you think?
I think so. It's a good enhancer, cleansing stone.
Okay. So,
how do you feel about it? Is that could that be a problem?
No, any crystal near the front door in the career area is going to activate it. I like round crystals and round objects in the friends and helpful people area. And I like in knowledge, crystals are there. If you want, the students to do better, you want to be learning things, you want to be teaching, put more crystals, or what did you, selenite is fine. Selenite is ancient sea salt. It clears negativity. And so I think it's fine in any of the, in those areas. Yes, here's a lady here saying, Joyce is saying that her cat eats the plants. So yeah, so then that would not be a good idea for you. So you need another solution. If the cat is eating the plants, then let's not do that. As you have catnip. I used to get, when I had my cat here, she would love to get in the window box because all the catnip was there. But I don't know if catnip can grow inside.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so here's another question. We lived in a 32-inch trailer for 16 months while the house was undergoing a remodel addition. I feng shuied it. Great. Okay.
Awesome.
So I want to talk a little bit about their placements for the stove, for your desk, so in feng shui, you would want the placement of things has to do with how you're supported by the land. And this is something I teach in the class of, like, because if you were, thousands of years ago, you're cooking food, you wouldn't cook food with your back to the entrance to the cave. A person or an animal could come in there and take your food. So you want to be standing where you can see what's coming. So if you are standing on a hill that is going down in back of you, just try that. Don't fall, okay? But if you start to lean back like this, you're not being supported. If you're standing with a hill behind you, you're going to feel like you're supported energetically. So Feng Shui is encoded in our DNA, and how the energy moves through a house and how things are placed in the house is very important. Is there missing or is there extra? How do you know that? So that's what we're going to be explaining in the class. What is the placement of your house? What the neighborhood, the streets? Are you at a T section? Are you getting hit with too much energy where you place your bed or your desk? Is the land supporting you? Okay. So if the land is not supporting you, you need solutions. Would those be crystals? Yes. Are there missing areas of your house? And the ways that you can cleanse your house, if there's been, in more detail, if there's been things that have happened there that are maybe still affecting you. That's why I never like buying foreclosures. If you're moving and you're looking for a house, it's really important to know how the Feng Shui is supporting you. And so in the class, because we're just about out of time, we're just about getting up to an hour here. I know there's so much more, but let's see if we can answer a few more questions. I just wanted to put that out there, that there's so much more to learn about this.
Yeah, there's a workaround for just about any issue. You can find a solution.
Yeah.
So what do you think about crystal rose close to the front door in the career area?
What do you think?
I think it's great. I mean, you'll love your work. I mean, it invites in more.
Yeah.
So, any opinion, pro or con?
Well, any crystal creates condensation. Crystals are the energy of water, and you're in the career area, so any crystal is good there. If you want to have more harmony with the people you work with, or love your career more, your job more, that could certainly be helpful. We don't want it to block the front door, but yeah. Cat grass, maybe. Somebody's talking about cat grass.
Hey, look who's here. Kevin
Oh.
Lewis.
Oh, hi.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. So I hope you all have found this tiny house living makes Feng Shui even more fun and interesting. All you do is shrink the same principles down. I turned my little home into a mini. Yeah, that's what you do. Imprint the Bagua in any room and in your house, whether it's big or small. But we need to know what to do also about missing places, if your house has missing places, and how to fill that in and how to be supported. So we can't really get into all that now. Maybe we can do another one of these, because since there's so many questions. We'll look at this and see if we can do another one before the middle of January when we're doing the class. I don't know, Donna, what if we can do that, or we can.
Yeah, we'll have to synchronize our calendars and see what we could do. That'd be fine with me.
Okay, we'll see if we can.
Maybe a quick question though, before we close. Would it be good to shift crystals around, especially if you feel an energetic change, if you feel a change in the energy? Would it be good to shift them around in the house?
What do you think?
Well, I think it depends on what goes where. You know.
So my camera's getting blurry. I think we're getting. So one thing that I learned to do in Feng Shui is using my pendulum to ask questions. And I'll be teaching people in the class also how to answer a question like, is this crystal good here? Or, show me a yes.
Mm-hmm.
Show me a no. See how it changes? And I have not moved my hand. Show me a yes. Show me a no. So the person, my first introduction to working with pendulums was through my Feng Shui instructor. And so you want to also set up, you can Feng Shui your car, your office, your business, your friends, your help you with your family and the kids. I mean, like things like, please do not have your feet going out the bedroom of the door. I mean, please, can we, place a chair in something, there are things that, or if the energy moves too fast because your opportunities are coming in the front door. And if you can see through the house, your energy is coming in, but it's like the money's here and then it's always gone. And I'm always running, trying to catch up with it. Or I hate my job. All these things, or problems with, the marriage or kids. There are things you can do for kids to help them, like you said, putting the crystals in the bedroom, grounding.
Yep.
Yeah, there's more you can do, which I can't get into all of that today. But thank you everybody for showing up. Very interesting. Yes, listen to the first part. If you came in later, my camera's really blurry. There's a lot of energy here. Let me try to clear it.
We were phasing everybody. Yeah. Zzz.
Okay. So
Oh, good.
there's lots of energy. How you can support yourself and your family through and bring in harmony and balance through the art of Feng Shui and learning the ancient secrets that only were known to royalty and monks, and now is available with Feng Shui Made Easy for Westerners, which is the Bagua and the Black Tie sect.
Yeah. So we look forward to getting into it in a lot more detail than just what we've done here today, and hope you'll come back and join us for the class. It's going to be fun.
Thanks,
It'll be a
everybody.
great bit of service here.
And please register for our subscribe to our channels and ring the bell so you'll know when we're coming out with notifications or more about this. It really supports the work we're doing, so we really appreciate that. And what is your channel's name, Donna?
It's Donna Norris, Soul Level Intuitive, and I do have a little crystal segment. I put out 2 or 3 little videos a week on different crystals for different things. So if you haven't, please like and subscribe my channel as well. And Sybil, I'm just so grateful to be here with you and share this space. It's been a blessing today. Thank you for blessing all of us.
Super fun. Very cool. Yeah. Love this. Okay. Thanks for everybody for showing up and for anybody watching this and rebroadcast. Take care.
We'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye for now.